Hello everybody, Interi back again with another video. Today's video, guys, is going to be about Novak Djokovic and his issues, his problem with his left shoulder. I saw his match against his second round match against Leandro. He won in that match in straight sets. That was a miracle how he won that match in straight sets because Leandro, he was pushing Novak, especially in that second set when Leandro was up 3-0 with 2 breaks up. But somehow Novak managed to turn that second set around and win it. And then he won also the third set, I believe 6-1. But I got the impression that Novak was really hurt with his left shoulder. His shoulder is sore, is really sore, my friend. I don't think that Novak Djokovic will win US Open 2019. I just can't imagine Novak Djokovic winning US Open 2019 with that sore shoulder. He maybe even will withdraw US Open. I wouldn't be surprised at all. Guys, this is a Grand Slam tournament where the best tennis players in the whole world are all competing in the same event. You cannot just win this kind of tournament. This is World Championship tournament for tennis players. You cannot win this kind of big events when you are not 100% healthy. Not even Novak Djokovic can do that. And some of you maybe will say now, but Rafa was not 100% healthy in Australian Open earlier this year. Rafa was not 100% healthy in French Open 2009. Rafa was not 100% healthy in French Open 2015. Don't come with me about that. You know how I operate, my friend. If you play without showing any signs that you are hurt, you are 100% healthy, period. I don't even want to go to that topic. I have done a video about this before. When I see players having pain, when I see players taking timeouts, when I see players showing real signs that they have pain, then I say the player is hurt. And Novak had really big problems against Leandro. He could barely hit his toss up with his left shoulder, my friend. He could barely hit any backhand. He had big problems. The only reason he come through that match in straight sets against Leandro, because Leandro was a disaster. He was a disaster. But Novak will never come through players like Stan Wawrinka or players like Medvedev with that shoulder. No, he will not. Let alone Federer in the semifinals. Not to talk about Nadal. Yes, Nadal will not have a chance with that shoulder. He will not have a chance. But no, Novak will not even go to that final with that shoulder. He will not. This is really unfortunate. This is really bad for the sport. We need all the big three competing against each other. We need all the big three healthy. The big three is the superstars of this sport. The big three has raised this sport. Even human beings who don't like tennis. I have a lot of those on my social life, on my friends who don't. They like tennis, but they're not tennis freaks like me or like you guys. But they know who Djokovic, Federer, and Nadal are. And when they play, they watch them. But they never watch the other players. So if Novak pulls through, if Novak withdraws US Open, which I wouldn't surprise if he does, this will be a really bad thing. This will be a really not good for the event. Absolutely not. I think we all can agree about that, my friends. So this video is about to say my thoughts about Novak Djokovic and his sore shoulder. My opinion is now that I don't think that Novak Djokovic will win US Open 2019 now. I just can't imagine Novak Djokovic winning US Open now with that sore shoulder. I just can't imagine Novak Djokovic coming through Stan Wawrinka in the 4th round if he's not 100% healthy. Stan Wawrinka, for God's sakes, has given Novak Djokovic big troubles when Novak has been healthy. We can just imagine what Stan can do with Novak when Novak is not 100% healthy. We just can't imagine. and then Medvedev in the quarterfinal. But Medvedev, if Medvedev goes to the quarterfinal, I think he will do it. But Medvedev, he was cramping in his second round match. He was cramping, my friends. That is strange to see a player who's 23 years old, who should be peak of his career, physically cramping. But it is his own fault. He played 3 straight tournaments, hardcore tournaments in the North American swing, and now he is having physical problems when he plays over 3 sets. I'm not understanding these young gents, these young guns, why they are playing so much tennis before a Grand Slam tournament. I'm not understanding that, why a player like Medvedev, who is world number 5 at the moment, plays 3 straight tournaments before the US Open, when he is one of the top 5 contenders to win the US Open. I'm not understanding this. Is it to chase money? Maybe it's to chase money because he's not enough rich yet. He's rich, of course, but he's not as rich as Djokovic, Nadal and Federer, obviously. So, but the reason why he's cramping already in the second round is because of all the tennis he has played before the US Open. So, will Medvedev get to that quarterfinal? Does he have enough fuel in his tank to get to that quarterfinal? I think he will do it. But I'm not 100% sure when I saw him cramping already in the second round. But I think he will do it. I think he will do it anyway. Get himself to that quarterfinal because he has a good draw. But I'm not 100% sure. But what I am not 100% sure, but 95% sure is that Djokovic will not win US Open 2019 with his sore shoulder. I just can't imagine Djokovic winning a big tournament like US Open with great players still left, like Federer, like Nadal, Medvedev, who is still very, very good. Stan is very, very good as well. We know that Stan is not as good as before, but he is still good. He's a 3-time Grand Slam champion, and he can definitely defeat Novak Djokovic in the 4th round, especially a Novak Djokovic who is not 100% healthy. So I don't think Novak Djokovic will win US Open 2019, my friends. I think the player who is most likely to win US Open now, it is Rafael Nadal. And maybe Federer, maybe. But for me, most likely is Rafael Nadal. Rafael Nadal has a great draw. He really has a great draw. I just can't see Rafael Nadal on the other side of the draw, of the bottom half of the draw, defeating him. Who will defeat him? Isner, Cilic? Who? Schwartzman maybe in the quarterfinals? Who? Rublev in the semifinals, if Rublev gets himself there. Kyrgios in the semifinals, if Kyrgios gets himself there. I just can't see who will take Rafael Nadal down on the other side of the draw. Who will it? Rafael Nadal is a safe bet to take himself to that US Open final. And then on the top half of the draw, I don't think that Novak Djokovic will play that US Open final now. I just can't imagine him going to that US Open final with his sore shoulder. Who will Rafael Nadal play? Who will Rafael Nadal face in that US Open final? It will most probably be Federer or Medvedev. Maybe Stan, who knows? Maybe Stan will peak for the last time in his career in this year's US Open. Who knows? Roger Federer did too good. Roger Federer did a vintage match in the 3rd round against Dan Evans. But Dan Evans, he was pretty empty after playing a 5-set battle in the 2nd round, after finishing his match really late and starting his match against Federer, basically the first player on the court today. So, but all respect, all credit to Roger Federer. He looked vintage in that 3rd round match. So now Roger Federer will face his first test against Goffin, who's been really good the last 3 months, like we all know. Rafa will face his first test against Cilic or Isner in the 4th round. And Novak will get his first test against Stan if Novak comes through Kudla in the 3rd round in the first place, if Novak is healthy enough, if he will play against Kudla in the first place, which only that is not for certain if Novak will play against Kudla. But anyway, I think Rafa Nadal is a safe bet to go to that US Open final, and then who his opponent will be. I think a player like Federer, if can come through to a US Open, to face Rafa Nadal in that US Open final now. He really can. He has his chance now when Novak is in this. When Novak is not 100% healthy with his shoulder at the moment. But besides Federer, who can face Rafa Nadal, Medvedev can go to that US Open final. He absolutely can, even though he is not looking physical 100% either. He cramping already in the second round. That is not good signs from Medvedev. A player like Stan can go to that US Open final. Stan has won three Grand Slam titles before and played four Grand Slam finals all in all. Federer is more likely one to face to meet Rafa Nadal in that US Open final. Federer, and after Federer, most likely it is Medvedev. After Medvedev, most likely Stan. Do I believe Goffin will go to that US Open final? No, I don't think Goffin will go to that US Open final. All right, my friends. This was my thoughts about US Open so far. This was I don't believe that Novak Djokovic will win US Open now. I did believe it before the event started, when I thought that Novak Djokovic was 100% healthy. But after seeing Novak Djokovic suffering so much and having so much pain against Leonedro in the second round, no. Novak Djokovic needs a miracle to win US Open now, my friends. He needs some miracle. And I don't think that Novak Djokovic will get that miracle in this year's US Open. I really don't. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Take care and bye-bye.